Yeah. These boomers, right? I don't want to give them an app to install. This guy is having a hard enough time figuring out how Spotify works. So,
Right.
Just give him, here's a little device. All you have to do is turn it on and push a button. That's it. That's all you have to do. Everything is already set there and put it, all the information, everything set. The problem now that I've noticed is that it's small enough to where he will lose or forget it.
Thank you for downloading our recent episode. For more episodes like this, go to movieguyspodcast.podbean.com for more episodes. Enjoy the show.
Eric, another year, another award show, 10th annual Movie Guys Awards. I used to get so excited. I used to dress up. Not today. This is routine. How you doing, bud?
Should we make this an official thing? Giving out the golden headphones, saying thank you to everybody who participated, good and bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Pass out the golden headphones to everybody. Came off a week with Ed after our 10th anniversary show. That was fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
And now we're here at the end of the year like we always are with our Movie Guys Awards. We have a new category this year. I'm kind of curious. We're going to start with a new category this year, but God, we reviewed a lot of movies. Do you know the first episode of this season? Because our seasons always start in November, technically. Do you know what the first episode was for this season?
Was it The Killer?
No, I thought that too. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, geez. Okay.
That's how far back this goes, bud.
I would say they're close to making a sequel this year. Oh, it is coming out this year.
Five Night 2 is coming out this 25?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that. There's
Wow.
In our show that we briefly talked about sequels, and I didn't even get to a quarter of the sequels that they're coming out with this year. There are a ton of sequels and prequels that are coming out this year. And that's sequels and prequels. I'm not including extended universes. That's in its own subject right there. It's just or remakes that they're doing.
Yeah,
they're doing a lot of those too.
I saw that. I saw the teaser trailer for Happy Gilmore 2 the other day.
Yep.
Of course, I saw that.
Yep.
And I heard that the director who's done the Sonic trilogy's next picture is going to be Pink Panther.
Oh boy.
So what's he going to do? The actual Pink Panther or the detective?
They tried doing both, right?
Huh?
Who do you think is going to be? Is it Clouseau?
I don't know what the heck you just said. Was that English?
The detective, buddy.
Make it Chris Hemsworth. He can do comedic stuff.
Inspector Clouseau. Yeah, Peter Sellers. We'll see. Because Steve Martin played it in the remake. Peter Sellers did the original. Yeah. And we'll see.
Well, for this Movie Guys Awards,
watch it be Kevin Hart.
Oh, God, it will, won't it? No, wait a minute. Kevin Hart would be the voice of the Pink Panther.
Well, if they do they do the live action with Detective with Inspector Clouseau,
Pink Panther don't talk.
The cartoon. Have you seen the movies?
No. There's this place called Orange Corning that has the Pink Panther. Right? I'm being a smart ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are.
I'm putting those weird forms. Look, man, 2 weeks in a row.
Guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks in a row we have not reviewed a movie, right? So I'm kind of out of sorts. I'm just used to it. But we had the episode last week with Ed. Now we have the episode tonight of the annual awards. It's just a weird couple of weeks. It's the holiday season, right?
Yeah.
We're in this limbo. Next week,
a lot of eating, a lot of sweets.
Oh God, I went to a Mexican joint with my mom tonight, and the waitress said, "You want to eat something?" I said, "Just give me beer. I'm not interested."
Yeah,
I'm just not interested.
I had so much fried food and cheese. I'm pretty sure in the course of the last 3 days, I've had maybe 8 sticks of butter.
Right. I mean, and you still haven't gained any weight. It's just one of those things. But I am excited about tonight. I'm excited to see what people think about our new category. But we do have our standard categories tonight, right? We have Film of the Year. We have Worst Film of the Year. A category that you came up with that's been very popular this past 2 or 3 years, the Second Look category. We have the classic Most Disappointing, right? And we've got rid of the Best and Worst Streaming. That just kind of seemed like a filler category. You wanted to get rid of it. We got rid of it this year. So we have Best Buddy Series and Worst Buddy Series. So not a huge award show tonight, but something. So, Eric, I would like to start off with the new category this year. Is that okay?
Of course.
So the new category is We Forgot We Reviewed. Now, this is mostly for Eric and I, right? But people have voted on this, and this is just movies that if you are a consistent fan of Movie Guys podcast, or in this case, the host, you've done so many reviews in a year, just like, I forgot we reviewed that movie.
Yeah, it's a forgettable movie.
Right, it's a forgettable movie. I don't know if we'll keep this next year, but these are the nominees. And I want to do something a little different this year. Can I do something just hit you out of nowhere with something different?
Okay, what's that?
Before in the past, I would read the nominees, and you tell me your opinion. I tell you mine, and I reveal the winner. Still do that, but had something in the beginning. Do you agree, Eric, with the list?
Okay.
Meaning that mostly I create the list. Yep, you're good, and move on, right? But I want to hear, if it's cool with you, to say these are the nominees before you give out your pick on who you think should win. Do you agree with this list? Is there anything else that we're missing, kind of thing? Kind of your opinion.
Sure. I understand what you mean. It's going to be tough for this category, though, because if there's anything I wanted to add to the list, I probably forgot about it.
Ah, nice one. So here are the nominees for We Forgot. Thanksgiving. I completely forgot we reviewed that.
Oh, no, I remember that one. Go ahead.
Do you? Old Dads.
Yeah.
The Killer, believe it or not.
Yeah.
An Exorcist Believer.
Okay.
Do you agree with this with this list of nominees, Eric?
Yeah, I'd say for the most part. I think I forgot about Thanksgiving for a little bit, but then it's one of those where when you mention it, and I'm sure this is going to happen like years down the line, right when me and Peanut Gallery, Sarah are off and talking to a bar, or I don't know, at a friend's event or something like that, and he gets brought up, and we go, "Oh yeah, no, we've seen that movie," and it's been 5 years since we even talked about it, but then we'll bring it up and be like, "Yeah, actually, we remember enjoying how bad that movie is." Right? Patrick Dempsey himself just doing the dumbest stuff alive in that movie, and it's just dumb. And those are the movies I think that are fun. Oh yeah, we had this talk about the Terrifier, right? Where Terrifier is just like a bit more extreme, whereas this type of movie, although I would put it kind of in maybe the same realm where a lot of it is just stupid, same with Terrifier. It's just that this movie is maybe not as gruesome.
It's not as gruesome, no. I mean, like, the only gruesome part in Thanksgiving was when he actually cooks the lady.
Yeah, that's right. He cooks a lady.
Yeah, he
and he cuts her up.
So with that being said, is your pick for We Forgot We Reviewed Thanksgiving, or do you have another nominee that's your pick?
Oh, probably Exorcist.
Exorcist is your pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot. And drum roll, Exorcist Believer has won in first place. Just a point above Thanksgiving, though.
Oh, okay.
It was that. third place was Old Dads. Last place was The Killer.
Yeah, I think the Killer is coming around because there's a few more assassin type movies that are coming out. Day of the Jackal has this really popular series right now, so I think it's kind of got a
Well,
demand
then
for it.
also Luigi kind of sparked an interest, right?
Hey,
There you go. But yes, The Exorcist. So congratulations, Exorcist Believer. This is probably the only award it's going to get. Golden headphones are coming to Exorcist. I forgot we reviewed that movie. I recorded that in this room with you. I was pissed. You and I, if you remember, were saying that we liked the movie before the possession took over.
yeah, I'm kind of.
We liked the drama before.
I'm trying to remember the movie, and
See?
yeah, it seems to me I remember what bothered me about the movie more than the actual movie.
Right, because I remember you and I were just like we were talking in our review about how the friends were possessed and all that stuff, but how we really liked one of the like it was a nun's backstory or something.
Yeah, that's right. That's
And we
right.
yeah, we really liked her. We liked the drama before the whole seance at the end, if
David
you will.
Duchovny was
Right?
in that movie, right?
Yeah. No, is he? Yes.
Yes, he played the
Yes.
dad of the vet,
He did.
right?
He
Yeah.
did. I mean, yes. So I clearly forgot. The reason why The Killer's on here is because The Killer didn't get a lot of downloads. This was based off of downloads.
Okay.
This category was overall people downloading. Eric, let's go with the worst. In your opinion, okay, let's go with the category for worst buddy series. So the worst movie we reviewed in the buddy series. The nominees are Lethal Weapon, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Thelma and Louise, Wayne's World, Up in Smoke, Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion, Friday, White Men Can't Jump, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, and Nice Guys. Do you agree? Well, of course, you can't say you agree with this list or not. But Eric, what's your pick for the worst buddy series movies? I was shocked on my wife's answer.
Really?
Yeah.
During a rewatch of all of them, like I enjoy a lot of the movies, but I don't know. It's gonna be a toss up between probably Planes, Trains, Automobiles, and White Man Can't Jump. All
That's
the-
the worst?
I enjoy those movies. I do, but those guys aren't buddies in those movies.
Fair enough.
As I did a rewatch of it, it's like these aren't really buddies. And listen, I love John Candy, not Steve Martin so much, but I can understand why that movie would be very annoying to watch because it's one of those frustrating movies where you just kind of yell at the movie. We're just like, oh, if he could just do this, then it would just be all over. Why didn't he just do this? Same with maybe White Man Can't Jump, where Woody Harrelson, as charismatic as Wesley Snipes is in that movie too, but Woody Harrelson plays a pretty dumb guy in that movie, and it's kind of frustrating. Where it's just like, man, just if you had just done something different in this movie, then it would be a completely different movie. But you didn't. I feel like all the other ones are actually about like buddies doing just antics, doing silly antics. I guess Nice Guys are not really buddies either, but yeah, no.
Needle to the weapon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, he's too old for this shit.
Nice. So
Is it a buddy movie or is it a Christmas movie? Nope, sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up.
So I do not think that Up in Smoke is the worst, and people do not think that. The reason I bring it up is because I'm shocked by it. And I asked my wife, and she goes, "Oh no, yeah," because I asked her today because we all know behind the scenes, Christmas Day is the last day people can vote. So this morning, I took it offline and I tallied all the votes, and I said, "Oh my God, this movie won as the worst buddy series movie." And my wife said, "Yeah, no, the movie's really bad. Really, it is Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion
Sure, I'm not surprised. I think that the other
by
movies
4%. 4%.
I think the other movies just carry a bit more of the pop culture weight.
I was nervous to say this because I didn't want to be blasted on iTunes. I mean, I was scared. I'm scared right now. I'm glad you like that joke. I'm sure the person who wrote that didn't
Listen,
like the
I'm
joke.
not surprised by that, to be honest with you. But I gave my
Okay.
reason for that just because they're not really buddies. But oh well.
Mm-hmm. Let's kind of jump. Let's go to my favorite category. Actually, let's go to most disappointing. A movie that had hype. We were all excited about it. We're ready to go. Shut up and take my money. Here's my ticket. Let's go. Most disappointing film of the year. John Wick 4, Twisters, Beetlejuice, or Joker, Folie à Deux. First of all, do you agree with this list?
Oh yeah, I think those are, especially for this year. I'd say it's a pretty good list.
What is your pick? Who do you feel should win? Most disappointing.
Beetlejuice for sure.
Not Joker. Really?
No, because my expectations were already low. That movie didn't need a sequel. It did not need it. We all knew it, and we talked about it at length
We did.
in our show how it didn't. And not to say that Beetlejuice needed one either, but I was so disappointed in that movie just because it felt like it's the way it was being set up. It was like, okay, I'm slowly there, and then it just fumbled the ball like 4 different times. Whereas Joker, I feel like it's only I guess big glaring disappointment was it being a musical. I really do feel that what the story for what it was, the hype around this guy becoming a martyr and like this movement again, like I don't want to bring up Luigi again, but kind of like how that is, right? This the classist kind of warfare coming to light and being like, hey, listen, man, life is unfair, and these people who are getting rich off of us aren't helping us, and it's time for us to do something to make them pay attention. I feel like it had a lot more of an effect, a lot more gravitas in that story, but that musical part just stunk, man. It really did. Whereas with Beetlejuice, I felt like they just had so many different opportunities to do so many other different things and really make it a nice, consistent story that made sense. And instead, I'm just left with just like, why? Why did you do this? You just you really dropped it.
There were 4 stories. There were 4 stories. I mean, like, we did not need a backstory of Beetlejuice, right? There was no reason to get a backstory. I was disappointed in that, and I was also disappointed in the girlfriend, the revenge, and it's just not a good villain. My pick would have been Twisters, just because the first movie was so fun and so ridiculous that I was really kind of excited to see what they were going to do like 20 some years later. Like, I was really excited to see how were they going to change it and amplify it. And all they did was remake it.
Yeah, I think
You know,
it's
they didn't
another
do
kind of a bummer where it's a sequel, but it's not a sequel. But it kind of is, but it also kind of isn't.
I mean, like, they're taking the name from Aliens, right?
Yeah,
It's Twisters.
same
with the S.
font, and the characters
Uh-huh.
acknowledge the characters, but it's such a weird world.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly.
Spoiler, nobody voted for John Wick 4 at all.
Sure.
I would have voted for John Wick 4 if I voted like 100 times, right? Because it was kind of disappointing. But the winner, obviously, is Beetlejuice. 61% of the total overall vote
Nice.
went to Beetlejuice, too. I mean, yeah, that movie was disappointment. 4 stories, went over just so many different directions. It didn't make sense. I didn't like it. Stick with one story. Either stick with Beetlejuice and his backstory, and that's why the revenge of his girlfriend demon, or scrap that and move with the boyfriend. Like, oh my God, my boyfriend's a ghost storyline, right? Go
Yeah.
with that one. Don't go with. Remember how they just what's her face? Delia just gets destroyed by a snake and she's dead and nobody bats an eye.
Yeah.
Like, Nobody cares, and it's like, okay, stick with that storyline. Disappointed in that movie,
Yeah,
100%.
I
On that
agree.
movie.
The storyline where it was within the family, the Dietz's family, where uh, Lydia is a medium for a public medium, a celebrity medium, and she's doing that. Daughter resents
Mhm.
her for it, and daughter finds out that she has the power that Lydia has, gets that boyfriend. I think that storyline, they should have just stuck with that, and that would have been a way better movie than
Yeah,
that. I agree with you 100%, Jordan.
yeah. Try to find the dad. That's a fine storyline. Okay, let's go to one of the big ones, right? I kind of want to spread this out. Worst film of the year.
Rebel Moon.
Just 100%. Don't even let me go to the nominees.
Is that on the
So
list?
it is. It is. Well, you voted. You said.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
So the nominees for worst film of the year: A Haunting in Venice, Poor Things, which I'm sure you and I will talk about that for a minute. Rebel Moon Part 2, Spaceman, or Meg 2.
Oh boy.
That's
Is all of them an answer?
we don't swear much, but that's a shitty list.
Yeah, that is a lot of bad movies there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I immediately go right to Poor Things, though, right? Because I remember, I mean, maybe I'm a little bit more dramatic than you on this, but I was physically hurt by Poor Things. I mean, I was so mad, Eric. I remember this. I asked you if I could put a parental advisory sticker on the
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
to be like, this is not for kids. Like, we're going to be mad. We haven't done that with the rest of these.
Yeah.
I mean, Poor Things physically made me mad. It
Yeah.
was a porn.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. It was not for me.
Mm-mm. And Meg 2 is your first bag of is your first bag of kernels.
Yeah, I do
I broke
feel yeah, that one was such a bad movie. But I'm not trying to say it's like a Hamlet 2 type of thing where it's so bad it's good. I'm saying that Meg 2 is so bad that it's fun because it's so bad. It's entering like a Trolls 2 territory.
Okay. Like our generation Troll 2 is not the new Trolls.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Not World Tour or whatever it's called with Justin Timberlake. Yeah, it's getting up there, and I think it knows it's bad. Like it's not The Room bad. It's it's government China number one bad.
Spaceman's forgettable. I was very angry at myself. Sometimes, not sometimes, every time, at least 3 times a year, I put a movie on the schedule that seems interesting that just turns out to be crap, and that was Spaceman. I dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah, I felt Spaceman is just a different movie. Like I thought it was trying to be something else, and it just turned out.
To be not.
Yeah.
And to be fair, for people who are listening, these are movies that you and I, Eric, gave across the board a no bag or lower rating to.
Yeah. So who won? I'm excited to know about this one. It's got to be Rebel Moon, please.
Yeah, Rebel Moon 2 won. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
47.6% of the overall total vote. It didn't. Everything else was like 28%, 14%. But yeah, Rebel Moon Part 2 won worst film of the year. You are justified. The trilogy is not happening because of you. You are excited. Awesome. Great award night for you.
Hooray. Yeah. It's still, when you bring it up, though, it still bothers me that people defend Poor Things. Why? I just don't get it. Someone, please message me. Why?
I mean, like, is it rape? And the reason why I say that is because I'm sorry, that was inappropriate. It is though, right? I mean, she discovers herself, she's figuring things out, and then she just It's not rape.
No, it's not. But listen, I
It's
don't see
oof.
much of a difference between this movie and the movies that I used to stay up late night at 14 years old on Cinemax at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't see much of a difference. It's soft
No.
core, just that's really what it is. I think people just liked it because it was offensive and obscure, and that's exactly what they wanted for. And I don't think they can think of another reason. And they try to make up reasons to justify it. You know what? I'm ranting. I stopped myself last time. Exactly how it happened in the podcast when we did Poor Things. Move on, please, before I start physically hurting just like you.
Yeah, like I will to end it for me, because I'll never talk about the movie again unless out of hatred. You're right, cannot disagree with you.
I went
The movie,
outside and I screamed into the air. Why? For an hour.
the movie, I didn't find the movie offensive. I just found the movie very stupid. It was like, to me,
My eyes, they hurt.
my eyes, the goggles do nothing. Um, no, I just feel like a couple of like college douchebags are just like, hey, Frankenstein, man? What if it was a chick, bud?
Oh,
And just
yeah.
like, oh yeah, and just be like, what would we do with a Frankenstein chick? I know what I would do. You know, it's just
Wow.
like
That would make for a
that's what
great
it seems.
sketch. Yeah.
That's what it seems like this movie is because So I was very upset with it, not because it was offensive. It was not offending to me. Meaning the material was not offensive. What was offending to me was Willem Dafoe's acting and his face peeling. Um,
He's in everything, though.
that's yeah.
I don't know what, if he's just trying to make a last run of something, but I just see him in everything. He's in Nosferatu as well.
Ironically, because he was in Shadow of the Vampire, which is based off of Nosferatu.
Anyway, next.
Anyway, best buddy movie. Now I can see the winners in front of me, and I get why this movie won, but I'm not happy. And again, to repeat, the nominees for the best buddy series movie review this year: Lethal Weapon, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Thelma and Louise, Wayne's World, Up in Smoke, Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion, Friday, White Man Can't Jump, and then we got Harold Kumar and Nice Guys. Eric, who wins best buddy movie?
Oh, obviously, Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion.
Yeah, that lost. That wouldn't make sense.
I don't know. Wayne's World?
I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, 100% Wayne's World. Majority of the vote. Um, I would have rathered Thelma and Louise. I think Thelma and Louise is the best movie out of the whole series. Right? Obviously, this is the best movie. Um, but yeah, Wayne's World wins best buddy series. White Man Can Jump. My wife's vote was for White Man Can Jump. She said she really enjoyed that movie a lot.
Sure. I probably would
But
have put Cheech and Chong or Harold and Kumar. Maybe Cheech and Chong.
what about Friday?
They're only friends in that one movie, and then they're not in a trilogy.
That's
Him and
right.
Day Day are better friends than Craig and Smokey.
Yeah, you're right.
Break yourself, fool.
Man, look what you did to my curtain. That was Colin Jost in it there for a second, Black Boys.
Shiz.
She is.
You know you mofos.
Right.
You got nothing on me? Yeah.
I had roast, but never mind. Um, two more categories left. Eric, this is your category that you came up with a few years ago. The second look movie. These are movies that we gave a small bag to, but everybody else seems to like it but us. So maybe we should go back and give it a second look. The nominees are Deadpool and Wolverine, which I guess people were just shocked that we gave it that rating. Furiosa, the prequel. Damsel, believe it or not. And Five Nights at Freddy's. Eric, who wins second look?
Oh.
Do you agree with this list?
Yeah, for the most part. I guess Deadpool Wolverine?
Why? Why do you feel that?
I feel the first time I had watched it, because it had been such a large gap in between Marvel movies, that maybe I was putting too much into it and like looking around for all of the hidden Easter eggs, all of the culture comments, because it's a Deadpool movie as well too. So you're listening to everything that's being said and trying to catch like the little jokes and like the little meta humor that is put in there, and you kind of stop paying attention to like the main movie, because you're really putting a lot of energy into just the jokes and the
The movie's
cameos.
not, yeah, the movie's a joke and a cameo show. Yeah.
So yeah, it is a setup. It is a setup for what's to come, and maybe I should have really watched it for that, but I'm watching it because of the hype that was surrounding it, and then seeing Channing Tatum is Gambit, like there's memes in itself. Uh, there was, and then Wesley Snipes as Blade, that was huge too. So
So big that the Blade movie that they were going to make has now been scrapped.
yeah, shelved is the term, Jordan.
Whatever. Scrapped, shelved, Batgirl, whatever you want to call
Yeah, I was
it.
gonna say it's been backgirled.
It's been Batgirled. That's movie guys first. We're going to keep that. So Deadpool Wolverine 1, like 66%. Like it just killed it. Like people were like, no, what are you doing? Because you and I are the crazy ones. Remember, Top Gun Maverick won this category a few years ago,
Yeah, I get
where
it.
everybody said we were crazy, right? Um, Believe it or not, shocker, I think Damsel, because I actually voted for Damsel, because I went back because I voted for Damsel, and I was like, okay, why did I like Damsel? And I kind of like cliff note, kind of like skimmed through that episode that we reviewed, and like the first half of that movie, we really dug that movie.
Oh
I
yeah,
remember quoting, I remember saying it was Die Hard for princesses, and you were like, yeah, that makes sense, you know. And but then as soon as the thing talks and this whole backstory of the dragon had children, and then it pissed us off at the end, where the dragon was like cool with her and they were flying together. They were, at the
yeah,
end.
yeah,
But there's something there with Damsel. But Furiosa is like up there too. I really dug Furiosa.
yeah. I've seen it a few times now, and I feel again both movies probably could do well with maybe another movie along with it. I don't know if um, Mad Max would need it to kind of continue the Furiosa story,
Mm.
because obviously we get to see it, Fury Road, which is comes after Furiosa, so we get to see a little bit more of what she's all about. So I don't know if they want to continue her saga. Might be something, and then as well as Damsel, uh, to create a sequel on that as well too, because we're left with them flying into the sunset, right? Sailing,
Literally.
yeah, into the sunset, and you might have something else there as well. There's more world to be built around both those stories. So until we get more of it, I think, yeah, maybe it sticks to it to where it is. But I like the potential that those movies have. So
Yeah, they're gonna be a second look. I gotta go back and watch Furiosa again. I may check that out sometime soon. Eric, here we go. End of the year. Film of the year. This is what Movie Guy says is the best. The nominees are Godzilla -1, Killers of the Flower Moon, Long Legs, and The Holdovers. Now, all of these movies, you and I both gave a large bag to. Do you agree with this list?
oh yeah, absolutely.
What is your pick for film of the year? I will say, spoiler, I'm not happy with the choices. First
Well,
time,
well, yeah.
I'm not happy.
Now with all the choices or the winner,
The winner. Usually,
you wanted
nine out of,
Godzilla.
yeah. I mean, 9 out of 10 times, because I agree with the fans, but yes, I wanted Godzilla, 100%.
I I enjoyed all those movies. I really did. I still and I've seen them more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Each one, yes, even Killers of the Flower Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Wasted all that in my life. I I still have to say Holdovers. I don't know why. No, I do know why. I think it's just a charming movie. It just seems real. And I like that little piece of life story. And there's, you know what I also have a soft spot for is that time period. That kind of simplistic time of like the 70s or even like the 60s in movies. There's something about it. I don't know. It's just like this. I don't know if you want to call it nostalgia or just a yearning for a simpler time. It's the same reason why I think when we were talking about Rocky, why I rewatched Rocky, just just that the ambience of just this kind of not so far in the past, but not so modern in the future. It's just in this area where it was your world, where
Mm-hmm.
you're anything that was outside of your town, not even your city or your state, outside of your town is just foreign, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just living your life, and the people around you were just in that. And I think that's why I liked Holdovers, man. So I'm gonna pick Holdovers.
I would agree with you, right? Because Holdovers is a movie that doesn't usually win because the movie's really about nothing. It's just about a teacher that has down and out luck, right, with
Yeah,
himself, and he has to stay a winter with students that don't want to deal with him. And then halfway through the movie, all the students leave but one. So it's like, where's this movie gonna go?
yeah,
And the movie made me fall in love with it even more. Um, I liked Godzilla just simply because, look, you and I are around the same age. We grew up with Godzilla '98. I mean, come on, right? I mean, the OG Godzilla's before Godzilla '98. I was waiting for a great Godzilla movie. That was supposed to be Godzilla 2014 with Aaron Taron Johnson, but it didn't happen.
yeah,
This movie is supposed to bring Godzilla back, and you and I were just loving the CG. I mean, the monster is not in the movie that much, and we still loved it, right? We liked everything they were doing. I was really excited for Godzilla -1. Longlegs, you're the one that suggested we put down the schedule. I've heard of it. I've seen the scenes on TikTok. It's this generation silence, I guess, maybe if you want to put in that category. But Killers of the Flower Moon is a movie that it's one of those Scorsese movies that takes a year to watch. And of course, that won 66% of the vote. Killers of the Flower Moon won Film of the Year.
really.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I enjoyed it. I get it. I guess it's the more depressing of the movies.
I don't know. I don't know what people were voting for. I don't know if they were voting because it's Scorsese, because of the actors. I mean, Leo's probably a big part of it. It's a big epic, right? So that's probably why. A movie like Holdovers wasn't really publicized. Longlegs was not publicized that much to the general public, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I mean, Killers of the Flower Moon has Oscar written all over it from the get go.
Yeah, and I had said that Holdovers was very real to me. And listen, Killers of the Flower Moon is real. Like that is about as real as it can get. It is a bit more of a period piece, and again, as I had said, it is a very dark piece of history. It is depressing. It's filled with a lot of guilt, and it's not a pleasant story of the happy ending, really. But again, the actors in it played the heck out of their roles. They did a really good job. Marty knows how to tell a story. It was same with The Irishman. I think I give him the same thing. I actually don't mind that these movies are so long, just because I get invested into them. They're a compelling enough of a story to where I am watching, and they're so well shot too. He doesn't ever like
Mm-hmm.
linger on a scene for too long. Visually, like the colors are there, the ambience is there. I really do feel like I am taken to that town, to that time, and I think he just does such a good job with it.
Yeah, I think it does a great job. I like what they're doing with it. I think it's a great movie. I really, truly do. But I guess for me, the nostalgia would be more of Godzilla. I actually think this is the worst one. This is like the worst of the best. Like I think Godzilla's there. I agree with you on Holdovers. Holdovers, you actually put that on the schedule too. And you're like, let's review Holdovers. I don't know how it was going to be. I end up loving that movie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, that surprised the heck out of me. And Long Legs, I knew I was going to like that kind of movie because that's just the kind of movie that I like.
Yeah.
So I knew I was going to like it. But overall, Killers of the Flower Moon wins film of the year for Movie Guys podcast. So,
Yeah, and Longlegs is getting a sequel. I think we've already talked about it before, and they are going to be, from what I've read so far, picking up right where the first movie left off.
like, boom, part two right here.
Yeah,
Walks out the house, here's part two.
I believe so.
Interesting. Hopefully, it's like Smile too.
Yeah, that I already can tell you right now is going to be my number one second look movie of the year for next year.
Smile too.
Yeah.
Well, because it always starts in November. I mean, the first movie would be for next year, and wow, where are we talking about it? Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes started off this season.
All right.
So, Smile 2 is in that category. That with Trap, Speak No Evil. You and I both gave a no bag to Speak No Evil. So, spoiler alert, that's going to be in Worst Film of the Year category for 25.
There you go.
I mean, that's already there. So, yeah, okay. Well, another
Oh,
year,
and then do we get the Terrifier movies in that as well too?
I mean, do we? I mean, the Terrifier, I'm looking at it right now. You and I both gave it a small. That's not classified as worst film of the year territory.
I just want to say, per our conversation with Ed, that Terrifier 3 is a Christmas movie.
You keep on jabbing, don't you? Do you want? How about this? I'll make you a deal. The day I say that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie is the day that you go yee yee.
That is a deal right there. Here's because I thought about it. It's one of those shower thoughts where after the conversation, I'm driving in my car and I'm just like, oh, I should have said this.
Yeah.
He's like, because I remember him asking me, "What's a Christmas movie?" And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, here's a good example: is that a lot of the movies that I think are Christmas movies have the word Christmas in them.
Mm-hmm. So
Or Santa. They have Christmas or Santa in them. So
I don't think he knows what Terrifier is, to be honest with you.
Well, Jingle
mean-
All the Way, buddy. It's the best Christmas movie he's ever gonna see. You can't have it. You can't have it without Christmas. It's not the same movie without it.
Sidebar: I did a bad thing last night. You know how I've been showing Riley The Simpsons, right?
Yep.
My 8-year-old. I decided I was not going to censor it, and I showed her the Simpsons movie.
Dang.
I forgot in the first 15 minutes you see Bart's doodle.
Oh yes, that's right.
I forgot all about that, and I was like, oh, here we go. And then the Eskimo lady swaying where to point.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, okay, here we are. But I committed. So yeah, Riley has seen the Simpsons movie.
Good for her.
Yeah, Twisted Tail, Thousand Eyes, Eepa. I love that movie.
That's such a good one.
It's such a good one. Well, this concludes our 2024 season of Movie Guys podcast awards, bud. Oof.
Edit again.
Every
Love it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get sap. I'm really not. It's
No,
just
you don't
wow.
need to.
That's
Come
all.
on, come on, man. It's this is we did it.
Yeah, we did it. I mean, we're in now friends category. We're in cheers
We're
category,
doing it.
right? Like, yeah. So I'm personally happy, and thanks for joining me, of course, and I'm thankful the fans voted. I don't agree with film of the year, but that's okay. That's all right. There's always next year. But yeah, another successful award season. I'm excited for next year.
Hell yeah. Well,
So.
then we'll see you next year and next week.
Thank you, everybody, for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can check us out at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever. Does people listen to iHeartRadio? Wherever you get your podcast from, we are on. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back next Thursday for an awesome episode. Have a good night. Eric, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You know how people like to debate on whether a hot dog is a sandwich?
Oh yeah.
Here's a question from my 8-year-old for the show. You ready for this one, big guy?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is a tater tot a French fry? And I said, no, it's not a French fry. And she says, why? It's potato and it's fried.
She's got a point. But what's a hash brown then?
Is it a French fry? What is a French fry? Is a French fry? What is it?
I thought it was the cut.
Is it the cut? Because there's nothing Frenchy about those fries. Remember, George W. wanted to change them to freedom fries back in 2002.
Fries. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm curious. Ask
I
Sarah. See what she thinks.
Well, no, because here it is. Look it up. Julian fries are the same thing as well too.
A Julian. Is Julian French?
Those are more of a shoestring. Right.
Okay, so but is that French?
What makes it a French fry?
Ask her. I want to hear her opinion.
You want me to ask?
Ask the audience.
That's a big shrug over there. Because they're known as crisps or in other countries, right?
I'm just asking. That's a good question.
Yeah, correct. I'm looking like that. Let's see. French fries, a batonette or julienne cut, deep fried potatoes of disputed origin from Belgium or France.
Right. So then again, is a tater tot a French fry?
No, I don't think so. I think a tater tot would be more of a hash brown than a French fry.
But is a hash brown a potato that's fried?
It sure is.
So hot dog's a sandwich then, right, bud?
Is cereal a soup?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you're all these questions.
Why do they call it a driveway?
Yeah, we getting into Gallagher bits there.